Hey guys, welcome back to Code with Clinton. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to implement multiple image upload in Django. So without further ado, we are getting started right now. So if you go down to Amazon.com, you will see something. You will see what I'm talking about on Amazon. You will see. You just watch closely. You can see on Amazon we have a bag here. This bag has several photos. You understand? You can see this particular photo, this particular product you see here have several images that represent this product. So I'll show you how to implement multiple image upload for a particular product in Django. Understand? So right now, if you go down to my code now, you can see I've done something already. Just scroll down, you can see I have about 4 products here, and if I click on read more, I'll be able to see different photos for each of these images instead. So you can see this shoe over here. This shoe has several photos for this particular product. You can see we have about 6 extra photos for this particular product. If I go back to my home page again, if I click on read more on, let's click on read more on this electronic mouse, you can see we have about several photos for this particular product instance. So I'll show you how to implement multiple image upload in Django instead, because this is really important, because while trying to build an e-commerce site, there are times whereby a product is going to have several photos instead, several pictures. So I'll show you how that is done in Django. So let's get started right now. So here's my code, here's my source code. So here's my code. I've done some stuff here. Understand, this is my app called Mood App. Understand, our project is called multiple. Our Django project is called multiple. Understand. So right now I'm going to go down to my app called Mood App. So just down in the models.py file, we check our models.py file. I want to add some extra fields. Understand, it's coming up. Okay, so it's coming up right now. So now we have 2 different model classes. We have the product class and we also have the image class. So here I want to add an extra field called thumbnail. So what this thumbnail represents is, this thumbnail represents the image that will be shown on the index page. Understand? So this is what the thumbnail represents. This is the thumbnail. Understand? This is the thumbnail, all you see here. So this other field, you can see we have another model here called image. So this other model class we have here is going to represent the multiple images for a particular product you get. So you will check closely, these 2 products are linked through a foreign key. You understand? Whereby we have a one-to-many relationship, whereby the product is the one while the image is the many. Understand? So you can see this model class is linked to the product class you get. So we have a one-to-many relationship over here. So that's it. They're trying to add an extra field called thumbnail. It's called thumbnail. So let's add that. So say thumbnail. So thumbnail is going to be equal to models.image field. So, and that is we're going to put in upload underscore 2 should be equal to img. Okay, we are going to upload our images to this folder called img. So that's it there. Okay, after we've done this now, after we've done all this, okay, what I need to do extra, I need to change the name of this field to images and not image instance. So I'm going to change that to images. So let's continue. So I need to make sure this is recording. Okay, it's recording. So even in the source code is down in the video's description. Understand? So right now I need to call this field images. Understand? So I said earlier, this other model we have here is going to represent the images for a particular product. Understand? So we have these 2 model class linked. Understand? So this is the product and this is the images that's going to serve as the multiple images for this particular product. Understand? So after we've done this, I need to run migration. So just come down here and let's say Python. So before I say Python, I need to activate my virtual environment. It's called work on. So I'll simply say newbie. So my virtual environment is called newbie. So I just activated it now. So I need to run migrations. Python.py make migrations. Enter. So it's coming up. So right there, we've already run migration. So now let's migrate. So it's called Python.py migrate. So Python.py migrate. So it's going to migrate right after I've done this. Now I need to like create the super user. So it's going to take quite some time to migrate. Okay, so it's not migrating, so let's create a super user. I'm going to call this, I'm going to say Python manage.py create super user. Create super user. Super user is called Mike. So I'm going to give me a password and then I'm going to say yes. And after we've done that, run server. So I run server on a different port. Okay, so right now I'm going to run server. So I run server on a different port because the other place is running on port 8000. This web app is running on port 8000. So I'm going to run the other project. I'm going to run the current project on port on a different port to get understand. So I'll simply say, come down here and let's do. So say run server. So I'm going to change the port number to 8001. So that's it there. It's going to take quite some time to run. Okay, so our server is up and running. So after we've done all this, so we need to create a form for our products and our image model classes. You understand? So I'm going to just create a file called forms.py in your app. So create a file called forms.py. So I already have my file called forms.py, and if you check closely, I already created two forms for the product and for the image. You understand? So I already created two forms for them. Okay, so after you've done all this now, so I need to import these two forms into our view function. You understand? So right now I'm going to go down to my mole app. Before I do that, I need to like register our image and products model into the admin. So just go down to admin.py file. So just come over here. We need to import both. Let's say from .models. From .models, I'm going to say import products and image. So after you've done that, now just simply say admin.site.register. We need to register the model classes. So admin.site.register. I'll simply say products and image. So that's it there. So after I've registered it here, so I said earlier, you need to create a form for the two model classes. We have done that already. So you already have the form. So go down to your views.py file. Here's the views.py file. So you need to import these two forms. Say from .forms. So don't worry, the source code will be in the description of the video. The source code is going to be there, so you can follow along. So say from .forms. I'm going to say import products form, and we're going to say import image form. So that's it there. So now we're going to create a new view. This view is going to be called create product. So I'm going to say dev create products. So I'm trying to create a product. Let's say dev create product, and so we're going to simply say request. Yeah, so this is what we need to do here. Say request there, and then I need to return a template. I'll say return render, say request, and then I'm going to call this template create.html. So this, we're going to have the context data, the context dictionary rather. So I'm going to say context. So I'm going to declare this variable up here. So we say context should be equal to an empty dictionary. So that's all we need to do there. So we already have it there. So after we've done this, so what do we need to do? So before I proceed, I need to create our template file. Before I do that, let's proceed. I'll simply say products form should be equal to product form, and then I'm going to also say image form. So it's called image form. I don't know why it's hanging there. Image form should also be equal to image form. So right now we want to have. So right now we are trying to have two forms in a single form. Instead, we're trying to do something like a two-in-one form. Instead, we're trying to have two different forms. Again, we have the product form, and we also have the image form. Instead, because we check closely, we are linking the product to the image through a foreign key, whereby a particular product can have several images instead. So So this is how we do it now. So we're going to listen for a post request. So right now I want to save the product. For now, I want to save the product first. Before that, after that, I'm going to save the images for that product to get. So this is how we do it now. So I'll simply listen for a post request. I'll say if request dot method equal to posts. So if we have a post request, then I'm going to simply say product form should be equal to product form. Then we are going to simply have requests dot posts, and because we also have images in this form, in this product form, we also have an image field. If we check closely, we have this thumbnail is an image field. You need to add the request dot files. Also, you need to also add requests dot files. So that's it there. So after you've done that, now you need to also say if products form dot is valid. Say it is valid, so simply say products form dot save. So I'm going to say commit equal to false, because you don't want to save the products yet, understand? Because every product you create is going to be assigned to a user, understand? So we don't want to save the products yet. If you do that, it's going to throw an error. If you check the models, we have this vendor field. This vendor field is linked to the Django user model, understand? So right now what I want to do is this. I want to make sure that, and if you check in our forms.py, you find out that I excluded the vendor field, understand? It's not there. So you need to add this particular, you need to give this field a value in the views.py. So what I'm trying to do here, so I'm going to simply create a variable called products. I'll say products should be equal to products form dot save. So this commit equal false to prevent the products from saving. So after we've done this now, we need to just say product.vendor. We'll say product.vendor should be equal to the logged in user request.user. So that's all we need to do there. So after we've done all this, so we need to then come over here. We need to look through the images field. So I'll say files should be equal to request.files get list. So what this request.files means is the images we are trying to upload for a single product, understand? That's what this request.files means, understand? Request.files.get list. This get list means you're trying to get all the images you are trying to upload for a single product, for a particular product you get. So after we've done this now, we need to add a value into this parentheses. So if you go down to your forms.py file, you can see we have this value called image. This image field you see here is referring to this image field you see here, images field, understand? So I'm going to make sure they are spelled correctly. It's called images and not image, understand? It's called images. So our model is referring to image, which is this model class we have here, image, understand? So that's what we have there. So you can see we have this field here, images. That's what we are going to render out in the form. So right now I need to just get this field called images and put that's what I need in the views.py file. I need that value here. It's called images, understand? So that's what you need to do there. So after you've done that now, so you're going to look through these files. I'm going to simply say, okay, now I can simply say after you said product.vendor should be equal to user, I need to make sure you save the product. So I'm going to say product.save. I forgot. So after it has been saved, now I can simply look through those. I can simply look through the files. I'll say for file in files. So now I'll simply create the images. So let me say image dot objects dot create. So dot create. So we check. I need to also import image at the top. I'll say from dot models imports image. So just at the bottom here, we simply say image.object.create. So we check closely. Our image has two values. It has the product and the images attributes. So just come over here, I'll say image.object.create should be products. Product should be equal to this current product we just saved. Should be equal to products, understand? And then our images should be equal to file. Understand? Should be equal to file. So that's all we need to do there. So after we've done this, after we've done that, I think we are good to go. Okay, after we've done that, we need to put in this product form and image form into the context dictionary. So I'll simply come over here and simply say p form, p underscore form should refer to the product form, and we say I form should refer to the image form. So that's it there. So after we've done that, now we need to create a file now. We need to create our template called create.html. So let's create that template right now. So create.html. So I'm going to go down to my mole app. So I have a folder called templates. In that template I need to create a new file called create. It's called create.html. So that's it there. So this file is going to inherit from our base templates. So let me say extend base.html, and then we're going to simply block content. So you check closely, the base.html has a block content field. Before I proceed, I need to configure our static files instance. So it's already configured here. So you need to just put in the proper tags, put in the square, the curly braces, the percent sign. After we've done that, just cut and paste inside. So all you need to do now is just put in this inside a single quote. So that's it there. After you've done that, now put in static. Instance static should be there. So after that, make sure you load static on top. Load static. Okay, after we've done this now, what next? So after we've done all this, I need to make sure my static file is okay. We don't have any static file over here, so I need to copy from what we've done before. So just copy all the static files I have here, Ctrl A, Ctrl C, and come over here. We need to just paste here. So that's all we need there. So after I've pasted that there, so I think our base.html is good to go now. Before I proceed, I need to also get the nav bar for this base.html. You can get it over here. So base.html, I need to get the nav bar for the base.html. So I think this is a nav bar. This is what I've done. This is the one I did before making the video. So just come over here, let's paste the nav bar on top here. So I think we are good to go. So after we've done this, go down to the create.html. So we have this block content. Make sure you include the block content over here. So you have block content. Okay, it's called block content. So say content. Okay, that's it. So after you've done that, now put in your form tag, form, and form. After that, put in the method. So currently, we are listening for a post request. You must set your method to be equal to post, the post request. And after you've done that, now we also need to put in the enc type, because currently we are trying to save images instead. You need to put in this extra attribute. It's called enc type. Enc type. I hope I'm spelling that properly. So it's called enc type should be equal to multi-parts, then / form data. So you must make sure you put this attribute. If not, your images is not going to save. So after this, now put in your CSRF token. So after that, put in your form. So I'm going to put in both forms. Before I do that, I need to get a beautiful form design. So that's, I can find that on Bootstrap. So Bootstrap. So currently I'm on bootstrap.com. So I need to get a beautiful form field. So just go down to documentation. Click on documentation there. So it's going to take quite some time to load up. So it's coming up. So I just need to wait for it to come up. It's loading. So we are here already. Okay, before before I get that form field, I need to get this bootstrap CSS link, the CDN link for the CSS. So I can't find that here, so let's look for it. Oh, it's not here. So click on downloads. I need to get this bootstrap CSS CDN instead, so let's get that. So just get that. I think I found it. So just copy this link, skip the download to deliver cache version of CSS gesture project. Just copy the first one, copy this CSS link here, just copy that, go down to your base templates, base.html. Just need to paste this on the board in the head section. In the head, so just come here, just above your custom style, so paste over there. So it's pasted. Okay, now let's also copy the JavaScript, because you might need the JavaScript later. Just copy the JavaScript CDN, so copy and just paste this at the bottom of your paste the bottom, so it's there. So after you've done this, now let's get the form field. So go down to Bootstrap, then click on documentation, I think so. So just scroll down and look for components. Okay, let's look for forms. So we're currently on form, so click on form control. So I need a particular style of forms, just need to find it. So I've not seen it yet. And click on input group. So I think I'll find that form style here. Still not found it. Just give me some time, we'll get it right now. So I think just check out layouts. Okay, I think I found it. So let's just scroll down, just copy this first code, the first field. So just copy that, what I need there. So our code now, so just all we need to do now is this. So go down to create.html, just simply paste this field here. Okay, so just paste the field there. So what I need to do now is just go down to your forms.py file. So I need to style the individual fields of this particular model. I want to make it look beautiful. So I need to style the individual fields. In this time I'm going to use the Bootstrap styles, because Bootstrap has a style for form fields, and this class is called form control. So I need to add this class to each of these fields, you understand? So we're going to do that right now. And you can see we have about 4 different fields. We have the name, the thumbnail, description, and the price. So let's do that right now. So for the first field called name, I'll simply say name should be equal to forms.character field. And then I'm going to say widget should be equal to forms dot text input, and then we're going to put in the attributes. So then we're going to put in the class. So earlier we're using Bootstrap CDN for the form field, so I'm going to put in the class is called form control. So you can add your own custom CSS class. So just go down to your style.css, add a class for your form field if you don't want to use Bootstrap, and it's going to work. So after that, I'm going to put in a placeholder. So this is how you style Django forms, understand? So I'm going to put in a placeholder. Let's say enter products. I'll just simply say products name. So that's it. So I'm going to pause the video and add a extra styles for the other field. So to save. Okay, so currently I'm done with adding, I'm done with styling this form field, you understand? So currently we are styled up each of the attributes that we listed out. So I have the name, something, the description, and the price, so they have been styled already. So I did the same thing for the image form. So I have to style this images field, you understand? I had to add this form control class to each of this field. This is going to make the field look beautiful. You understand? So after we've done this now, I forgot something in the views.py. I need to go add that right now. So in the views.py, I want to be sure that this is recording. So in the views.py, go down here. So you need to also add request.files inside. Okay, I think I did that already. Okay, I think I already did that, so there's no problem. So let's continue. So forms.py have been covered. So go down to your create.html. So I'm going to add each of these fields individually. Seeing one just individually get. So I need to remove this 4. So I don't think we need it. So now we have the products. We have the P form and the I form. If you check your views.py file, so we have the P form and the I form. So I need the product form right now. So go down to your create.html. So I need the product form first. So let's go start adding them. So I'm going to further add the product form. Say P form, P_form dot name. So I want to add the label first. Dot label. So I need to add the actual field just here. So we say P_form dot name. So after I've done that, just copy this. To see, we're going to add for the extra fields. So paste this. So I need to add for the thumbnail. I thought I already explained what the thumbnail serves. So thumbnail. So do the same thing over here. Thumbnail. So let's paste. So we have the description. So just put in the description over here. So and also here the description. No, not there. So to add the price. So one more last thing. So I'm gonna say price and the actual field. So that's it. So after we've done this, what I need to add next is I need to add the image, the I form. You check our views.py file. We also have this I form, this image form instance. So we also have it over here. So I need to add that also. So let's go down to create.html. Let's add one more field. So we have the I form. So as we say I form dot images dot label, and just here again just make changes to I and then dot images. So it's something I need to add. So while trying to add multiple files, multiple images for a particular product, you need to add one attribute. Understand? Go down to your forms.py file. So just here in this images field, you need to add an attribute called multiple. I want to set this multiple to true. So just come over here, let's add that attribute. So the attribute is called multiple. So I'm going to say multiple. So this attribute will enable us to upload multiple images. Understand? So multiple. So I'm going to set that to true. So and comma. So I think that's done. So after we've done that already, so we need to test our project. Understand? So let's run server. So I'm trying the server again. We're almost done. Just so let's see what we've done so far. Okay, so process coming up. Okay, what thing is that I added this multiple in the wrong place. It should not be there, so sorry for that. Just remove that from there. So I think it should be inside of this parent, inside of those that curly braces. I think it's called multiple. And I'm going to set that to true. So that's where it should be. So I think the server should run now. So I've corrected the error. Okay, server is up again. So now let's create a URL path for this particular view. So let's create a URL path for this view, for the create products view. So let's create a URL path for the view. So go down to your mall app. So look for the file called urls.py file. So I'm going to create a new path. So I'm going to say path. I'm going to call this create underscore projects, and then I'm gonna say views dot create project, and they're gonna give it a name, and that should be equal to, I'm gonna say create. So that's it over there. Okay, that's it there. So after we've done this, so what next? Okay, so let's run server. Our server is up and running. So before I proceed, I need to add this name tag to our base.html so everything can be working seamlessly. So I think that is done already. We already have the index link and the create link, so on the nav bar. Okay, now let's go down to the browser. So I'm gonna say 127. So enter. Just hope everything works fine. So currently this is the index page, you understand? So this is the index page. So click on the create link. So click on create. So we brought down to the create page. I hope you got taken down there. So click on create. So it's loading to come up. So currently you can see we are on the create page. You can see I've styled this form thanks to Bootstrap. They gave me these form classes I just had to add to make this look beautiful. So without those form classes, this one will not look this fine, you understand? So before I proceed, I need to add a heading just above this form that says add product. So go down to your create.html. So create.html create. So just on top, at the top of the form, just simply say I don't know why it's not completing that for me. So I'm going to say h4, I'm going to say add products. Okay, so that's it there. So let's try adding a product. So before I think I already have the button. I need to have a submit button. So I don't have a submit button. Let's add a submit button. I think it's called, let's just say create products, or let's just simply call it add. So I'm going to get a Bootstrap class called btn for button. So I'm going to say btn and btn primary. So I think everything should be fine now. So refresh this page. So we already have this. Okay, I think everything is perfect. So now let's add a new product. Before I proceed, I need to like log into the admin. So let's log into the admin before I proceed with anything. So I'm gonna simply come down here and say to admin, and then so my admin site is coming up. Should be port 8001. So let's see. I think I called it Mike, and then 1 2 3 4. So login. So I don't know why it's not. So I'm gonna log in right now. You just need to log in. So currently we are logged in. That's nice. So after we've logged in, I think you can create a new product. So I'm gonna call this product. Let's just say food. So I'm just gonna browse a thumbnail for this product. A thumbnail, understand? So thumbnail there. So thumbnail. So just be patient. We're almost done. Just give it a thumbnail. Yes, just click on open. After I've done that, just simply just add a description. So I just copy something from here, from this Amazon website. So just copy what you see to the browser. Just paste that. Okay, so after I've done that again, let's browse the multiple images for a particular product instance. So I'm going to copy as many images as I like. So copy. So open. So I'm going to put in a price. Let's just say $100. and then click on add. Oh, it says forbidden. I don't know why it's saying that. I think I have my CSRF token added, so click on add again. So let's see what it says this time. Okay, I think it was added. Go down to your browser, refresh, go down to products. Okay, perfect. So you already have a product saved, so go down to images. Nice. You can see we have about 6 different images saved for a particular product. That's nice. So what we need to do now is that everything is working. Before I proceed to just make things look more beautiful. So before you save, just as you're saving, I just want to just simply put in a message that says messages. Let's say success. I'll simply say request. I'm sure this is recording. So request there, and I'll simply say successfully, products created successfully, products created successfully. Okay, that's it. After we've done that, now I need to make sure I import these messages. So we'll say from Django.contrib, from Django.contrib, import messages. Okay, I also need to redirect down to the home page after I might have added a new image. Then just come down here at the bottom of everything, just say redirects, just say return redirects index. That's the home page. So also make sure I import redirects from shortcuts, import redirect. So that's done over there. That's done. So after we've done that, so what is next? Okay, so I'm kind of thinking. So I'm gonna go down to I need to close some of this stuff. So I think our images are saving properly. So I'm gonna go down to my index.html file, index.html. So I need to go down to my views first of all, and then I'm gonna simply create. Let's import products. So just over here, let's create a variable called products. Should be equal to products dot objects dot all. So let's see. So that's it there. So go down to the index page. So we're going to loop through. We already have something to loop through. So we have this products. I only need one of it. So I'm going to copy out the remaining one and just keep one. So just need one of it. Just simply say for products in products. So just copy this block, Control X, paste it inside this for loop. So post it there, just paste it there. So you're going to put in the product thumbnail. Say products dot thumbnail dot URL. I already configured the URL already. So just come over here and say products dot name, and then product price. So that's it there. So let's see the products page. So let's try creating a new what was it called? Before I proceed, I also want to make sure this image is displaying on the browser, the image that says successfully created a new product. So let's do that. Let's see. Okay, that's it now. So I mistakenly created this product twice. So you can see we have 2 products on the browser, we have 2 products on the screen. Okay, everything is working fine. So I also want to just make sure that we have this alert that says successfully created a new product. So I want to make sure that we have that alert. I don't think it's necessary. Okay, I'm going to leave that alert just to save time. I'm going to leave it's not necessary in this video, so I'll leave that. So right now what I need to do now is, okay, let's try creating a new product again. So I'm going to call this Amazon. Just Amazon electronic mouse. So I'm going to simply browse a thumbnail. So I thought I make sure I already explained what the thumbnail is in this video. So just add this so just put in a bio there. Let's paste something. So just copy something from here, copy and just paste. So remember the source code is down below. So we want to add a lot of images for this particular product, so I'm going to add as many images as possible. So I'm going to add as much as possible. Let's add and add and add and just click on open. So we already have 6 images there. So then I'll just put in $30 there and click on add. So now we're creating a new image. It's perfect. You can see we already have that image here. We already have the product here. It has been created. So what I need to do now is I need to work on the detail page you get. So the detail page. So let's do that. So just come down here to the view.py. So the views.py, let's create a detail page that will, so I'm going to say dev detail. That's the detail page. So I'm going to say request an ID. So I'm going to get each of these products by their ID. So let me say product should be equal to products dot objects dot get. So when I say get ID equal to ID. So after I've done that already, I also want to get the images associated with this particular product. So let me say images should be equal to image dot objects dot filter, and I'm going to simply say image dot object dot filter. So I'll simply say products should be equal to products. So I'm trying to get the images associated to the projects we are just getting instead. So what I'm trying to do there, so let me say products. So I think it should be in the parentheses. So say products. Okay, so that has been done. So after we've done this now, let's return the templates. Simply say let's copy this one on top. I'm going to change the name to detail.html. And this context, make sure you declare the context should be equal to an empty dictionary. So it's called products and products, and it's also called images and images. So that should not be in a, so it's called images. So that's it there. So after we've done this now, so go down to your detail page precisely. So now let's come here now. So let me put in some of the stuff here. I will simply need to do now, just come over here and say product.thumbnail thumbnail.url. So after I've done this already, so just come over here and we're going to loop through all the images associated for this given products. I'll simply say for image in images. So let's copy this, or just copy this. I was putting the tag here, the image tag, it's called img. So I'm going to say image images.url. If you're wondering where the image, so the image is coming from the image model. So the images I just added there is coming from over here. I said image.images.url. So the image is coming just right here. So this is our view.py. So go down to your detail page. So let's scroll down a bit. You also have a section where you can add the product name. So let me come here and say products.name and also product and also the price. So we'll say products.price and also the description. say products dot description. Okay, so that's all you need to do there. So now go down to your index page. You want to add a link to this view function. So to the index page, just come over to the index page. At the bottom, just add a button. Before you add the button, add your A tag. So put in the A tag. So this A tag is going to link down to URL. So our detail, then to the detail page, detail link there, and I'm going to simply say product.id. So that's it there. So make sure you put in your button here. This button says read more. So that's it there. Make sure you put in the bootstrap class. Your button can logos, escort class, BTN and BTN primary. Okay, that's it over there. So after we've done all this, what's next now? So let's go down and create let's create the URL for this view. So go down to your url.py. Let's create the URL for the detail view. So we've not made the URL yet. Go down to your url.py. Now simply say parts, just simply say products and then / let me say it's called str and then say id. So that's what it's called there, and let me say views dot detail, and then the name should be equal to detail. So I think you should know all this by now. So let's run server. Your server is up and running. So let's go down to the browser now, refresh this page. Ouch, my shoulder. Okay, just run into an error. Let's see what the error says. Okay, I spelled detail wrongly. So I spelled detail wrongly. So go down to the index page. I think it's called detail and not data. So let's see. Let's see what it gives us. So now we are on the page now. So click on view more. View more. Oh, it says could not pass the remainder. Oh, let's see where the problem is coming from. I think it's on line 32. Detail.html. Line 32. Okay, I said detail.html line 32. Okay, let's just remove the actual ones. I think everything should be fine now. Just hope so. Refresh the page. Perfect. You can see now we're on the detail page of a particular product. You can see the several photos for this particular product. So click on home. So let's sit down. Let's see the mouse. So click on add, read more. You can see the several pictures for a particular product. So I'm going to recap all what we did here. So remember, the source code is down below in the description of this video. So all we did is simply just go down to your view.py file. So first of all, we simply have to create our Django project. After you did that, made our models. After that, we made the model, we made the forms. We made forms for our models. So I made the forms. After I did that, I had to style this form. So after I did all this, go down to your view.py file. We then imported this form to the view.py file. Then we processed the form. So you make sure the forms was processed. And before coming down to the views.py file, you need to also add this multiple attribute to your image. If you need to add this multiple, because this multiple is going to enable you to be able to select multiple images in a stand. It's necessary you add it if you want to implement multiple images upload in a stand. So make sure you add this attribute multiple and set it to true. Because if you don't set this, if you don't add this attribute called multiple, you'll not be able to select multiple images while trying to upload in a stand. So it's necessary you do that. So after we've done all this, go down to your views.py file. We have to come over here and process the saving of the products and the images. So after that, we worked on our index page to list out these products, and also we worked on our detail page so we can see these products and their multiple and the list of images that have been assigned to them. So that's all we did in this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. So right now I'm going to simply add more. Let's add one more. So click on create. So let's add one more product. So I'm going to simply come down here. Let's just say I just say HP device. So let's pick a thumbnail. So I'm going to pick a laptop from here. So click on that, and after that, so I'm going to paste a description. I just like this description over here. I think it's just Ctrl C, paste and scroll down, and after that click on images. So I'm going to upload as many images for this particular product, but not just many images. I'm going to upload this up laptop. After that, I think I saw another laptop up here. So let's add the mouse and the cameras. Let's just add them. They're not laptops, but let's just add them. It's gonna make it the page look beautiful. So just add a price tag, just say $100, and then click on add. So going right down to the home page. So let's scroll down and see we have this product over here, this HP device. So click on read more. You can see we have the multiple images for this particular product. Understand? We have the multiple images for this for the particular product. So I really hope you did enjoy this video. So if you enjoyed this video, please do also subscribe to my channel, like and share this video. I'll see you in the next video. So stay blessed and bye bye. So let's go down to Bootstrap.